Good afternoon, I'm on a train, but not on an MRT train as you can obviously see, and that's because for the first time in an RFM vlog, we are going across the border. Just arrived at JB Central. I didn't expect that. We have a good sneak peek at the luxurious Oriental Express. Actually, I realized that it has been like more than 20 years since I've last taken a KTM Intercity train. But today we are not exploring Intercity, but we're exploring the new electric train called the KTM ETS. But the thing is, you can only board this at Kluang for now. You have to wait maybe about a month more before it will be extended to JB if it goes as scheduled. So that's where we're going to go, off to Kluang. Made it to Kluang, so now we just have to wait, hang around here a bit while we wait for the ETS train to come. So while we are waiting here at Kluang, we might as well check out what used to be the old Kluang station. So the station that we just got off is actually the new one, they built for the ETS, and this is the one that the old diesel train used to stop by. Old tracks, new tracks. It's apparently a coffee shop in this old station, but today it seems to be closed. Now obviously I'm not as savvy when it comes to KTM rolling stock, but if my Wikipedia reference is correct, this should be called KTM Class 94. Don't confuse it with the radio station Class 95. So it's actually so brand new that actually when they finished the electrification from KL Central to Kluang, that was also the time when they started to roll out this new rolling stock. Oh look, there's power sockets which they didn't have in the older trains. Look at how fast we are going. We are currently now at maybe 110, maybe close to 120 clicks an hour. And actually, the fun fact, the ETS is actually considered one of the fastest trains that's on the meter gauge, because usually high-speed trains you usually want at least like a standard gauge or wider, because you know with more speed you need more stability. But yeah, it is faster than MRT for sure. Walking through the carriages, there are toilets which were comfortable to use, as well as prayer rooms. Got myself a bit of nasi lemak ayam rendang. It's fairly affordable too, it's like 13 ringgit, which is like maybe $3-4 back home. We are just stopped at the second last stop right before KL Central. I'm so tired right now, but we're getting there.
KL Central, sila awak langkah anda.
Yes, finally made it to KL Central. Actually, the weird thing is, even though I've been to KL a number of times, I actually never taken any of the metro systems around here, because when I visit KL, it's either always my father driving around. And the only situation I think that I travel alone is when I took a coach solo from Singapore to KL to meet my father right here. I also didn't know that the one-way trip is actually via a token like this. I'm about to take what is considered a proper light rail, a proper LRT. Truth be told, this wasn't the original plan, which was to use the monorail, but I couldn't find it, and since I've already entered the LRT, I continued my journey on it, then transferred to an MRT line, before finally making it to the hotel. After a huge confusing mess of trying to navigate from KL Central to go to the monorail, which I couldn't even find, they had to switch to an LRT. They had to take to one stop and then change that to the MRT, the Kajang line, take another 2 stops to Bukit Bintang. Then I finally found this place. Right now it's already like midnight, and the train like next morning will be like 7:45 a.m. So I got to wake up very, very early. Then maybe tomorrow, when we get from the hotel to KL Central, maybe I might try the monorail. I can clearly see the monorail just right outside the hotel. But for now, I'm just gonna crash and see you tomorrow. Good morning. So now it's about 10 minutes to 7, which means we don't have much time to explore before our 7:45 train. So now I'm on my way to the monorail to make for my early train from KL Central. When I took the trip here, it was via a single trip tokens, but this time round, I decided to get a proper touch and go card to see what the experience is like. And it was only after getting off at the KL Central monorail stop that I realised I should have gone up this escalator going towards the mall for the monorail, but there was no indication of that anywhere in the station. But anyway, on to the ETS train. Just still so tired because I haven't had much sleep, as you're probably already aware, so I'm just gonna take a short nap. Alright, so some final thoughts on what I really think about the whole KTM ETS service. I think it's very fast, but right with the electrification still not quite complete at the Johor part, it's still quite a long ride. It took me from JB to KL still about 6 hours, which is still longer than like if you let's say you will take a coach or a flight. Flights is basically shorter but more expensive. Then coach is fast but also still more expensive than a train ticket. And also some like observations about the whole route from JB to KL in general. The southern sections, the stations, most of it are rebuilt to the new infrastructure. You can see the stations are kind of like a very standardized structure. They're not like a mix of old and new. As you saw in Kluang, alongside the new station, they preserved the old station for heritage purposes, as well as to also have shops down there, like the cafe, which I'm probably going to see if they're open later, as I'm on this train now to Kluang. As for the northern side towards KL, I noticed that yes, well, the electrification is complete. I saw that some of the double tracking is still not quite finished. You can still see that the electrification is there, but the tracks are not laid out yet. So it'll be interesting to see when this double tracking is complete, maybe they can increase the frequency. I think that will probably means that they'll have more trains per day to do this KL to JB route, even though it's not as efficient right now. But I think when the JB side is done, going from Singapore to KL will be like a breeze. And when the RTS link comes in like 2027, it will be like a match made in heaven, and you don't even need to consider coaches unless you want certain creature comforts that are specific to coaches. I'm just going to continue this train on the way back. So since from here all the way back to Singapore, it's going to be at the same free train, just reverse. So I don't think there's much to add on already, unless something new happens coincidentally that happens while on a trip there. So otherwise, I'm just gonna wrap it up here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Oh look, the real coffee shop is open today. Some casual observations about the real infrastructure.
Sila awasi langkah anda.
Pantang melalui. Mind your step.